eye contact, it's okay. Yeah, so it's like, mask on the mic still, absolutely, but mask off the face, which has been pretty nice. It's nice to see some smiling and all that. I like it, not for political reasons necessarily, it's just as a woman, it's been really hard to find employment if I can't show my mouth.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, so a lot of things changed after COVID, I had a sort of scare. Each time I went out, each time I still go out, I started to feel this kind of shortness of breath, and like things were closing in on me, just everything was a little bit tighter. And so I started to get worried. I went to the doctor, like, did I catch COVID? Did I form social anxiety? All that time shut in, Good news is I don't have COVID. I'm here, obviously, although I wouldn't tell anybody if I had COVID, because that's just admitting you can take a phone call for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's 2 weeks, you're at home, you can take a phone call. That's the good news, but the bad news is I was just getting kind of fat, turns out. And it's okay, you can laugh. Oh, I know, that's what I said. It's my fault. The signs were all there, okay? My belt, it's gone. Belt just slowly adding more and more notches to it. It looked like a Scantron around my waist at the end. In the back of my mind, I was just trying to figure out how to put mayonnaise on things and not get any fatter. Dated a guy in Denton just because he had a food truck. I don't think you're supposed to lose reception when you hold your phone between your thighs. But I have a step counter on my phone, and when I put it in my back pocket, I get extra steps counted, so that's a perk for sure. I gotta admit, it's probably the self-care going downhill that really had something to contribute to that. Give it up for me shaving all the legs tonight, because it's usually, thank you, yeah, because it's usually just the ankles. At this weight, when I'm halfway through, I have to ask my kid for another beer in the shower. So tired halfway through. Oh my gosh! In the shower drinking, this keeps going out. I can't shout without this thing, because I'm just holding my breath in the entire time I'm up here. Yeah, the shower drinking was also kind of my little self-care. Does anyone else do this? I like it. I'm all in. Wine, beer, Jello shots lined up on the rim. Yeah, someone gave me a little cup holder. Yeah, and so I loved it a little bit too much. I was starting to get judged. It's obviously normal. You all are in. You pregame with a beer before it gets skunky. You're staying in, relaxing with a bath, glass of wine. But martini on the shower floor and you're clinically depressed. So that's why I don't tell all my friends everything. I consider myself an honest person. I just don't tell everybody the same truths. You have to spread it around. Look crazy. Yeah, I'm trying so hard to become the woman I pretend to be in front of my grandma. But at the moment, the only goal is to have less empty cups on my nightstand, and I have 5 ice cubes spread between 3 trays. I'm holding on by a thread. Yeah, so I spread it around, and because if I told everybody everything, it will just be another birthday party turning into an intervention. Yeah, that's what I learned so fast. So when you bring in a new friend into your life, you have to slowly, bring them into the fold. You have to slowly drop the heavy shit, like you're releasing a new Tupac album. There are some deep cuts in my life that won't come out till after I'm dead as well. It's good to have diversity in a group of friends as well. You have the cynic, the romantic, the mom friend who can keep a head count. We have the friend who's still parking. We haven't seen her in a couple weeks. And you have the one friend that will show up with Pedialyte in her purse, because with them, we don't know where we're going, but we'll be dehydrated when we get there. And together, I feel like we kind of formed the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You remember them from the 90s? There's 5 of them. We got together, punch shit, fight crime, or evil. But instead, we're like that, but instead we form sort of this megazord of anxiety and chaos. And the one leg is where the 2 arms are breaking off and having brunch without her. And that's me, I'm the leg. It's because I brought in this new arm and she became more popular than me. Anyone else that happened to? Like, you introduce your group of friends to them and they're like, you guys must be in the group text too, that's cool. No one else. That's fine. Yeah, I brought this new person in and I had to remind the group, like, hey, I know she's super cool and everything, but like, she's just a subsidiary to the core, you know? I've been here longer. I know she's like the new hot spot. She's like the biscuit bar in the friend group. And I'm like the Cracker Barrel. Like, I'm an establishment. I know I close early, but I have a lot of board games and I make your parents feel comfortable. That's what I bring to the friend group. No one ever gave me the sex talk growing up. And for a really long time it showed once I did finally start having sex. No one ever explained anything to me, and I'm a millennial, so back then dial-up was no help. I just had Backstreet Boy lyrics to decipher, Monica Lewinsky, and playing doctor. Did anyone else play this game growing up? Yeah, a few of us, because being a 10-year-old whore is fun. No, it modeled healthy relationships to me, healthy, secure type things. So I think, went through high school, I did the opposite. I just gave my love freely to anyone, and that's how I became good at sex. No, but okay, so for those of you who haven't played doctor, like, this is the way we did it. These little boys, we'd be together, and they'd make me a tent out of their bed sheets. So that was just the best way to hide what we were doing. And I just wish I could say my sexual experiences have improved since then. But they really haven't. Either I am a terrible judge of character, or the quality of the pool of playmates capped when I was at 10. It's like those tents, those little 300 thread count love forts weren't much, but they had a lot more room to fool around in the back of a Ford Focus. Because I don't know if you've seen people in their 30s try to take off their skinny jeans, but it's not working at all. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so like, it feels like deja vu. The bed sheets, they're still there. They've just been tacked up on every dude's window and what he calls his curtains. He's still at home, so we're still trying not to get caught by his parents. Yeah, and the biggest difference is we can't play the floor is lava anymore, because that's where his fucking mattress is. Oh man. So I do everything I can to prepare for these procedures. Like I haven't eaten in hours. I've shaved the area clear that we'll be operating on. I texted my consultation notes like, you asked, where does it hurt? That's where do you want it to hurt? Because all too often, folks, I'll get some other poor sap who didn't get the sex talk growing up. And he's thinking he's doing a great job and he found the clit, but I don't have the heart to tell him. He's just been furiously rubbing my right labia the entire time. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is the oral sex. Like, folks, I don't care who you are, gender, like, if you're going between ladies' thighs, just get in there and have some heart. If you don't know what you're doing, just start moving things around, because it's the hesitancy. He just gets in there, and instead of acting like he cares, it's more like he's trying to open my labia as if it's a plastic produce bag. It's not a fucking postage stamp. I just need more saliva. No, don't blow it. Like, I need melting ice cream sandwich in August. Just lick all the sides, okay? So I'm still practicing, you know, I'm playing doctor either with guys who are in pre-med. That's the thing. They've got to be in pre-med or veterinarians, you know? Okay. Can't find one good proctologist. All right. Thank you very much. That's my time, folks. I'm Malori Davis. Thank you.
Malori Davis, everybody.